Hi guys, welcome back to my kids' playroom, and there might be a dog running by, so this will be funny. If you see a dog barking or running by, or a unicorn balloon float by, welcome to chaos. I hope you all are feeling the same way, but we got to get it done, huh? So today we're going to be doing some reformer on the mat, and I wanted to guide you guys through a full beginner reformer on the mat with some sprinkling of intermediate stuff. So we'll be just taking a deep dive through some of the reformer stuff and just sort of freshen up your memory. June 1, we're going to be coming back in the studio with privates. And so it's been a minute since we've been on equipment. So let's take a little dive back into our reformer order. And those of you who have never done reformer, no big deal. It's going to be reminiscent of the system that you do all the time on the mat work. So it is a system and it has a lot of similarities across the board. So enjoy. I can't wait to deep dive into the reformer again and be all back together. All right. So just mount yourself down. I'm actually just going to sit down and then we're going to get started with footwork. Traditional done on the ground. There's lots of ways to do footwork in the studio. Lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest. And before we begin, let's just work a little bit of tailbone anchoring. I often do this with my clients on the reformer, just pressing down in their shins and then have them kind of lift their head, neck, and shoulders up. If they were on the carriage, I'd just have them place their arms long on the side of their body, pressing their thumb, index, middle, ring finger, and pinkies down to curl up a little higher. 1, pull the knees in tighter. 2, and in this moment, try to stick your tailbone into the ground while you're pulling your knees in as tight as you can and lifting your head as much as you can. Keep pressing the floor away. Keep sticking your tush long and away. Keep pulling your abdominals in so tight. And then rest. I think there's always a pre-curl up that needs to happen. Okay, so you have options today with your footwork. The more challenging position is hands behind the back of the skull. And then if you're feeling a little tuggy in your back, no shame in the game, slide your hands underneath your tailbone and make a diamond, okay? We got kind of a long trek, so don't be a hero on move number 1. Okay, so footwork 1, you're going to curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and long toes. You're going to stretch your legs up kind of low today and really pull your abdominals in. Stick your tailbone into the bony prominence of your tush and your sits bones, and then resist your knees back in. It's like the foot bars in front of us, okay? And you're pushing the carriage out, so toes are reaching long today because it's going to feel like you're pushing away from the toes, and then bend your knees and come in. Stretch your legs out. Really reach through the legs. Scoop and bend the knees back in. Footwork 1 from the toes. Hug those legs. Bend those knees. Hollow out your stomach. Take it out. Resist it in. Really zip up the legs on the out. Hit the legs so low that you feel your glutes turning on. We worked on that the other day. Take it out. Pull your tummy in. 3 more. Take it out. Resist. Elbows heavy to the ground if you're underneath your seat, or even if they're behind your head, curl up a little higher. 2 more. Take it out. Resist it in. Last one. Take it out. Hold it out. Now, your feet will come together like your arches are hugging over that foot bar. Inside of the legs are really strong. I want you to hug your inner thighs together. Keep your knees together as you bend in and as you reach out. Bend in, nothing getting between those thighs. Reach it out, deep tummy. Press it out. Resist it in. Press it out. Resist it in. Knees stay together. That's hard. In, out. In, out. 3 more. Pull it in. Resist it out. Push that foot bar away. It's imaginarily in front of you. So knock it out. Last one, hold. Flex your feet. Pull your tummy in. Work those heels a little longer. Take your legs a little lower because you can, and then bend the knees. Stretch the legs. Hug the legs on the in, on the out. Work those toes nice and open like you got a toe stretcher. You got 4 more here. 3 more. If you need a neck rest at home, take it and come back up. 2 more. Otherwise, keep going. Last one, hold those feet. Point your toes, scoop your tummy. Flex your feet, reach to the back of the legs. Point your toes, flex your feet. Point your toes, tendon stretch. Flex, point, flex, point. Wrap the legs so tight together with the seat. 3 more, 2 more. Last point, last flex. Hug your knees into your chest. All right, so from footwork, we would have sat up or kicked our foot bar down, grabbed our handlebars behind our little pegs on our reformer. So we're going to work that nice lift. Bend your elbows into the ground. Make fists with your hands today. Hold, and I want you just to curl your head up. Press those elbows through the floor. Pull your knees in tighter. Stamp your tailbone down. Pull your abdominals in so tight. Curl up, curl up, curl up. Press those elbows through the floor and then rest your head. So I want you to find some upper abdominals in your 100 today, okay? Because when you push straps out, the deep belly comes right in the sinking of that bra line or upper back, yeah? Lift your head up. Press your elbows down through the floor behind you. Good. Now make long little palms. Glue your fingers together. And at the same time, just like coordination, press your arms to straight, press your legs out low. Hold. Inhale for 5. Like you're pushing straps down the reformers. Reach and get those arms to float up. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is beastie. Exhale. Push those arms longer. 2, 3, 4, 5. You got this. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. From the bra line, you curl and you reach those arms. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more breath in. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more breath out. Reach. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest your neck. Okay, now we'll go to our pumping, just like traditional. You might have your legs a little higher, but you're going to work that reach of the arm just like you did with those straps, okay? So the resistance is coming from the upper back, the upper abdominals, and the arms reaching long. Ready? Here we go. Legs out. Float your chest up. Reach your arms long. Shoot your legs out. Start your pump and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Anchor into your tail. Curl up through the crown of the head. Keep pumping really fast. So it's up, 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 up. Squeeze those legs. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. Last breath out. Hold. Can you lower your legs? Can you lower your legs? Reach through your arms. Can you lower your legs? Imagine you have those handlebars. You're just punching your arms longer. Scoop, punch them longer. Scoop, punch them longer. Resist your knees in. Bend your elbows. Rest your head. All right. In this position, we would have swiveled up, taken 2 springs off, added our extension straps, and we're going to go into our leg circles and frogs. Okay. So stack your hands behind the back of the neck. If you want less of a challenge, put them under your tailbone for some back support. Neither is meaning you're taking the easy road. They're both difficult, okay? So we go to frogs, then circles. Elbows wide if you're keeping your hands behind your head. Point your toes. Take your legs up on a high diagonal where your tailbone's real anchored, and then bend your knees. This is all about hip stability. So resist the urge to go super low with the legs, because that would not be a thing on the reformer. You're going to go high and you're going to stick your hips into the ground and pull your abdominals in and hug your legs together. And then resist it and your tailbone sticks even further into the ground when the knees bend. So you take it out, hips press into the ground. Keep them on the ground as you bend in. It may not be as in as you're used to. Stretch it out. I can't pull my knees in that far and keep my hips on the ground. Bend your knees, wide elbows, curl your head up, curl your head up. Inhale, take it out, stretch those legs. Exhale, bend only to the place where your tailbone's real connected and you're hollow in the tummy. Last one, inhale, stretch those legs. Exhale, bend and stick your booty into the ground. Okay, rest your neck for a second. Then we're going to go to circles, okay? Circles are starting at 90 degrees and down to 45, okay? Don't go so wide with the legs. All right, ready? Head and chest come up if your hands are behind your head. Otherwise, make a diamond under your tailbone. Ready? Curl up. Pull your abs in, stick your tail out, shoot your legs to 90. Work that 2-way stretch, so toes up high to the sky, legs are zipped up. If you're really flexible, you can have parallel feet. Hug your booty, stick it into the ground. Open your legs, just inner hip width distance. Take your legs down to 45, and then you hug, lift to 90. Open, 45, squeeze, lift. Keep the chest up, look at your tummy. Reach out with those legs. 2 more, reach out with those legs, then we reverse. Last one, hold at the 45, reverse. Climb up with legs open to 90. Go down with legs together to 45. You squeeze the seat. Remember, it's about hip stability, so keep your tush on the ground. 2 more. Down, around, circle up. Down together, open, lift at the top. Last one, we go down together, we open, we lift. Hug your knees into your chest. Beautiful. All right, grab the back of your thighs, rock up to a seated position. Stomach massage. This is beastie. Pretty much going to cuss me out at home, and I'm okay with that. All right, so make Spider-Man hands, so they're open fingers, like you're going to press them into the ground. Okay? The first position on our stomach massage is where you're holding onto the edge of the carriage, yeah? So when you lean back a little bit, you're trying to keep your back in a nice big C curve. Start with your hands on your shins, like rolling like a ball. Drop your head between your knees. Pull your abdominals in really tight. Easy shoulder, easy neck, okay? Wide elbows. Now, from that position, let go of the feet. Put your hands on the ground. Press the fingertips through the floor and tent up the palms of the hand, okay? Now kick your legs out to 45. Ooh, this is revealing for me, huh? You can see my feet. Point, flex, bend, pull in, scoop the belly. Ready? We have 8 more like that. Don't get mad at me. Just do it. Ready? Go. Out. point, flex, pull in, out, point, flex, scoop your tummy as you pull in, out, point, flex, pull in. You're going to feel this in your hip flexors. It's okay. Out, point, flex, pull in. 4 more. Ooh, 3 more. You got this. It's okay if your toes don't do the right things. 1 more. Point, flex, pull it in. Okay, rest. Transfer your hands up and behind your back like a ballerina. You still have your little spidey hands. Thumbs and fingers are on the ground. Palms are floating up in a little tent. Okay, try to keep your back as straight as you can. Here we go. Exact same thing. 8 of these. I can't talk today. Sorry. Out, point, flex, sit tall to pull it in. Out, point, flex. You're pushing that foot bar away. Push it away. Point and flex. Sit up tall to close your spring. Point, flex, come on in. Lift those knees to your shoulders. Out, point, flex, pull in. 2 more. Out, point, flex, pull in. 1 more. Out, point, flex, pull in. You need a rest after that. Okay, this is more advanced Pilates, so don't feel bad if you're dying in your hip flexors, okay? All right, twist, reach. Very difficult, okay? Arms up to your ears like a teaser arm. Wrap your shoulders down your back, flat palms reaching away. Sit up in the collarbones, lift your belly up so tight. And then without leaning back, try to pull your knees up into your chest. You ready? You're going to stretch your legs out to straight. You're going to bend your knees and sit tall. Stretch your legs out to straight like a teaser. Sit your back up, lift your arms up, lift your spine up as your knees bend in. Reach it out, lift it in. 1 more, reach it out, lift it in. Add your twist. Extend your legs out, twist your right arm back behind you, and then come back to center. Left arm reaches back as the legs twist out to straight. Come back to center. Arm twists behind you, legs are straight. Come back to center. Left arm behind you, stretch your legs out, and then take a rest. All right, bottoms of the feet together, press your knees open. This is not really a thing, just a stretch for your hips, okay? Fold into your legs. Amazing. Okay, so from there, stomach massage, we'd be going to our short box, right? So turn your body back to facing the front of your mat. Feet will be open, hip width distance. And then flex your feet a lot. If you're real flexible, then I suggest you kind of roll your feet to serious parallel, like you're squeezing something through your inner thighs, or maybe even, if you're crazy flexible, internal rotation with the knees, okay? Grab a hug around the waistband. Drop your chin to your chest. Press your elbows so tight into the rib cage that you're not having your elbows pop off the belly, right? So that'll pull your shoulders down. You want to make this move coming from the belly, not from the shoulder mobility, which happens to a lot of us. So roll down your tummy, your waistband, and pause. Hold for a minute there. We're going to start real slow. I want you to wrap your shoulders down and behind you, wrap your elbows around your tummy, and then resist back up. Just working that lumbar, okay? Low belly. Round down. You're going to want to lift your shoulders up. Don't do it. Plug them down. Wrap your shoulders around the body. Wrap your elbows around your tummy. And then scoop and see if you can get your spine to lengthen as you lower. And lengthen. We're going to go to the first set of ribs and stop. It's torture. Hold. Now, without lifting your seat off the ground, try to just float the bottom ribs off the ground by lengthening up to go forward. Good. And then resist back up to home. Let's try the next station. Now, we lengthen back, C-curve back, but don't crunch your spine. Reach it away behind you to hollow out the lowest part of your tummy to get that down. Then go down to the ribs. Then to go down to the shoulder blades. Don't rest your head. Come back up. When you come back up, don't lift your shoulders to get up. Press your shoulders down and curl up from the belly. You got the idea. These are hard. Round it down with control. Squeeze that inner thigh area like you've got a ball there. Roll down the waistband. Roll down the ribs. Roll down the shoulder tips. And then resist up. Ribs. Belly. Scoop. Low abs. Last one. Round down. Whoa. Way low. Way low. Way low. Way low. Way low. Good. You got this. Last one up, okay? Take your time. I want you to lift 1 inch off the shoulder blades and then resist it back down. Rest the shoulder blades. Lift the shoulder blades. Rest the shoulder blades. Now, press your elbows down. Resist the lift of the shoulders. Lift from the ribs. Down. Lift from the ribs. Down. Scoop and lift. Down to the shoulder blades. Back up and down. Just a little pulse up. Hold up. See if you can just float from the belly and come all the way back up. You have to fight like that one for like a neck pull. It's hard. Okay. So flat back. Take your thumbs, hook them across each other, and let's do 3 each way that we hook our thumbs. I kind of always forget to switch the thumb hook, but we'll remember today. Okay, lift your chin, lift your chest, pull your arms almost behind your body, pull your abdominals in so tight, squeeze your buns, and this is all about getting out of the hip socket through the crown of the head, yeah? Flat back, lean back. Hold, spread your toes out. Imagine you got a toe stretcher on the big toe. So really working those toes open as you lift up the chest and pull the arms back. Lift up the belly button, pull those arms behind you. Hold, press your heels down hard, and then come back up. And again, we lift up first, like you're leaning into the wind. You pull your stomach in tight. You drop your chin just a hair. Don't touch the chest, but just a hair so that your gaze is straight forward and your arms are reaching way back and your chest is climbing higher through the seat, through the hips, through the belly. Push the heels down and see if you can slowly come up from the stomach. One more in this thumb hook. We go back, we go back, we go back. Really stay tight with the arms to the ears. Drop your chin, pull your arms behind you, wrap your shoulders down, lift your chest up. Heart center is floating up so high that your belly feels this shake. And then come back up. Okay, hook your thumbs the like torture-y way that you're like, what that doesn't even feel. I don't even know if I can actually do it, truthfully. Do that when you can do that. And then we go 3 more. Ready? Tip it back. Drop your chin. Pull those arms behind you. Pull your collarbones up, 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 up. Scoop. Come back up. 2 more. Really press those thumbs like you're trying to pull them apart. So you really work the outside of the shoulder girdle. Come back up. You'll feel your upper back. And then again, lean it back, lean it back, lean it back. Rip those thumbs apart. Rip those arms apart. Come back up. Hold side to side. Tip forward into the wind where your booty's on the ground. Even more forward up in a diagonal with the spine so the chest is in front of the hips. Rip your thumbs apart. Let's actually switch the thumb hook. As we go right, press that left hip down. Really spiral back the left rib cage. Try to push off the right hip. Try to lift up the left hip because you're stretching so much, so much, so much. Place it down. Sit up tall. First stretch, hip on the ground. Spiral the left rib forward in this position. When you bend over to the left, pin down the right hip and stretch and stretch and stretch. Then lift up the right hip. Lift up the right hip. Lift up the right hip. Come back down. All right, hook your thumbs the other way. This not so happy way. Up and over to the right. Reach and lift. Reach and lift. Pull those thumbs apart as you lift that left hip up off the floor. Up off the floor. Slam it down. Sit up tall. Rip those thumbs apart. We go up and over to the left. Keep the hip on the ground for the first beat and then lift it up, lift it up, lift it up, rip your thumbs apart and come back up. Okay, take a break. Whew. In this position, I want you to take your hands, make a diamond, put it behind the back of the skull. We're taking a variation here. We're going into intermediate 2 reformer, okay? All right, you ready? Lift up your gaze. Press your elbows like you're pushing someone back with your elbows behind you. Pull your ribs in and lift the diamond up. Okay, when the diamond goes up, I want you to really scoop your tummy. Bend your elbows. Our legs are still in the same position as short box. Diamond up. Diamond shaves the back of the neck. Ribs pull in. Arms go up. So really try to work those fingertips up to the ceiling or where the ceiling meets the wall and lift your sits bones onto a major squeeze. Elbows wide. Push someone away behind you. Way up. Ribs in. Scoop your belly. 2 more. We shave down. We shave up. We grow taller. We shave down. We scoop our tummy up and hold. Take your arms out to a hug position. Sit up really tall from the hip flexors. We exhale. We hug. We inhale. We open. If you're really dying in your hip flexors, internally rotate. Internally rotate. You tend to be a little more flexible if that's the case. Scoop your tummy. Exhale, open. Now reverse. We exhale, close. We inhale, hug it open. We hug together with an exhale. We open arms and squeeze blades together on the back with an inhale. 1 more exhale. 1 more inhale. And hang. Okay. Twist, reach. It gets a little meaty. Remember our thumb hook? Get it back to there. Lift it up. Biceps are against your ears. All right, you ready? You're going to twist your body to the right. In this position, rip your thumbs apart like you're pulling them apart and lift your spine. Lift your spine. Squeeze your knees towards each other. Scoop your tummy. Good. Come back to center. No shifting in the hips. Twist left. Grow taller. Twist left. Grow taller. Twist left. Grow taller. Hold right here. Squeeze your thumbs like you're pulling them apart. Reach your arms back and lift up through the center of your heart. And then come back to center. Same thing, other side. We're going to just switch the thumb grip, okay? Here we go. Twist right. Grow taller. Twist right. Grow taller. Twist right. Grow taller. Almost everyone's arms want to sag down. Pull them back and lift your heart. Lift your chest. Lift your belly and then come back to center. You'll feel a lot of side body. We go backwards in the back part of the spine. We twist left. We twist left. We twist left. Hold at the deepest twist. Pull your arms behind your head. Lift your collarbones. Lift the crown of the head. Lift the stomach. Lift the sits bones. And then come back to center. That's enough of that, right? Whew. Okay. We're not doing twist and reach today because we're a little bit more beginner on the reformer, but it's advanced because it's a reformer on the mat. So extend your left leg out. Flex your foot. Take the pull to the posterior thigh of your right leg. We're going to limber and climb our tree. Okay, this is more advanced because you're going to lean a little bit forward. So why don't you guys today, instead of leaning back to kick your leg up, tip forward where your chest is in front of your hips, elbows are popped out wide to the side. You're putting a lot of pressure with your tummy against your thigh here. Your foot is still on the ground. Now in this position, I want you to pull your stomach in and up, pull your collarbones open, wrap your shoulders around your back, and then just float the foot up. It's a lot of work if you're still in that lean into the wind moment. Flex your left foot so you have some stability on that leg. And you're not going to get your leg very straight. I want you to kick your leg up, but wrap your shoulders back and deep in your belly. You should find a really shaky tree here. Those of you who are really flexible, you can flex your foot and kind of keep it parallel. The rest of us who are tight, you really want to externally rotate and keep the thigh against your abdomen. Lower it down. It's okay if your foot rests, right? So reset. Stamp your heel into the ground. Stamp your ball of your foot into the ground and pull your collarbones and your stomach against your thigh. Keep it there. Now with your muscles and not leaning back, I want you to pull the knee up towards your right chest. And then use your abdominal scoop to lift the leg to an extension. Wide elbows, lift your back, lift your belly, lift your chest, wrap your shoulders down your back. It's really, really hard. If you need a little extra, reach to that heel for an extra shake, and then lower it down. Whew. I don't know if you're feeling this as much as I am, but I'm tight in the back of my legs lately. Okay, again, foot is on the floor. Lean your body weight into that right thigh. So right rib, right thigh, right abdomen, all connected. And then you're not leaning back. You're just pulling knee up, up, up towards the right shoulder. And then scoop your abdomen really tight. Press down the left side of your leg. Lift, wrap back, grow taller, extend out more, deepen your belly. It's like your belly button's climbing up to your knee. And then hold. Take your hand to your ankle. Take your other hand to your ankle. And this is such a good cue. Like, it's been heard a million times, but I want to really focus, micromanage on it. Elbows are going to pop out, right? So instead of crunching down to put our head on our knee, I want you to lift up your spine, tip forward. I'm going to flex because I'm tight, okay? You can do a point too if you're flexy. But flex and get a deep stretch in the back of the leg. Elbows wide and lift up your low back. Lift up your chest so you're long as you fold into the leg in your C curve, not shrinking. And then you'll tip backwards. Stop where your heel hits the ceiling, okay? I don't even care about the tree walk today. Just reach to the heel. Lift your belly button in and up so it's climbing up the leg like your head is getting longer, tapping up on the toes with the crown of the head. Elbows wide. I want you to lift your back. Pull the leg in. Lift your back. Climb your back up the leg. And then tip back forward to the forward position. And again, adjust your hands. It's kind of heavy, I know. So sit up tall. Pop your elbows out. Fold your head super long in your low back as you go down to the leg. Reach the crown of the head like it's going to tap on the top of that arch. Could you really stretch through your heel and stretch through your spine and stretch through your leg and stretch through the head. One more stretch and then pull yourself back with the heel reaching for the ceiling. Split your left leg and just pull the leg in. Lift the collarbones up. Pull your leg in. Stretch two ways, through the head, through the heel, through the head, through the leg, through the back, through the hamstring, and then set your knee down. Whew! Thank God we only have two sides, yeah? All right, switch sides. Now I'm all stretched out in that leg, though. I feel much better. Okay, same thing, right? Tendency is to tip back a little. And you can see, funny enough, my barn door into my office is literally like a perfect measuring tool. So watch. Like, normally you'd see I'd go backwards to kick my leg up, yeah? But look, if my back is really centered, which you don't have to watch me this whole time, but watch this. Like, the goal is stamp my foot down, lift my spine up, pop my elbows out, use my stomach, left ab, left thigh connected. You'll see if I lean back and cheat at all. See, I can't get my legs straight, but it's okay because I'm working a lot of belly and a lot of leg, okay? So sit up so tall on the edge of your sit bones like you're leaning into the wind so you're resting on the leg. Here we go. Lift the knee straight up. Foot will float off the ground, and then I want you to extend out the leg, but really lift your spine, lift your chest, lift your stomach. I'm checking to see if I'm still straight. I am, thank God. My leg's not straight, my back is very straight. And then lower it down. Whew, left side's a little tricky, huh? All right, again, thigh to belly, belly to thigh. Knee floats up. Scoop your abdominals so tight, so tight, so tight. Like I can't pull them in anymore. Then try to just let the leg do what it's going to do to reach out in front of you. I'm going to work a little flexion because I'm a little tighter. My left leg, my right's my weak leg, but my left is my tight leg. Stretch and lift the collarbone. Stretch and wrap your shoulders behind you. Stretch. Take a hold of the ankle with one hand. The other hand will meet you. It gets a little tricky here, okay? Stretch through the leg. More importantly, if you have a soft knee, it's okay, but I want you to really lift your spine up through the chest, okay? Then your elbows pop out and you're still lifting up through the chest and the belly. And then when the head goes down, it's like I'm trying to reach the crown of the head to the top of my left arch. Turn it out if you're tight. Keep it parallel if you're flexible, okay? Pull yourself with those hands longer down the leg so that you're going to tap head to foot. and then tip backwards. I'm going to flex my foot just for more stretch. You do you at home, okay? I'm not watching, obviously. And stay here. Your tip back like your heel's going to stamp on the ceiling. And I'm really comfortably leaning back here, yeah? But I want to climb up more, pull the leg in. Back up more, pull the leg in. And we're still in this lean back moment, so it's really hard in the hamstring. Stamp your heel up to the wall, lift your collarbones up, and then tip forward. We got one more, like just rocking and rolling, okay? Again, sit up tall, flex your foot, point your foot, your choice. Elbows wide, crown of the head is going to lengthen out and forward. You're going to have to hollow out your navel a lot to get that head down the shin. Woo! Shaky. Tip it back. Work that heel. It's still. It's a tree. It's supposed to be real planted. Up on the ceiling. You might be sliding like I am. And just lift your collarbones. Pull the leg in with wide elbows. Lift your back. Pull the leg in. Lift your back. Pull the leg in. Bend your knee. Can we be done with that? Whew. That was a lot of velocity. Okay. Flip your bodies over. You can just face the opposite direction so your head is where your back was, okay? Okay, so get on your hands and your knees, yeah? And we're going to go into the long stretch. I want you to tuck your toes under. Your feet will be hip width distance. All right, we're going to plank with some weight shift. Really difficult, all right? We're on the reformer. You're holding onto the foot bar. Today your hands are flat, just like you're on the ground with the plank. Plank up, okay? Drop your hips, because you can see we're going to want to lift your hips. Drop your hips. Hug your legs together. Your feet will walk together. You're going to sail forward. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Hold. Hug the legs. Reach those heels back. Sail backwards. Sail forward. Sail forward. Sail forward. Sail backward. Sail backward. Sail backward. I can feel that my arms are not in far under my shoulders. So adjust yourself as needed. Wrap your shoulders down. We got 3 more sets. Ready? Go. Front, front, front. Legs are hugging together. Back, back, back. Now for the last 2, soft bend your knees and take it forward, 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 forward. You'll feel more belly. Take it back, soft knees. Take it forward, soft knees. Take it back, soft knees. Okay, put your feet on the ground and your knees on the ground. Kneel down. Open up your feet, okay? Flex your toes underneath you. And this is your down stretch. It's going to be kind of weird, but you're going to keep your feet in this bent position with toes forward, heels back. And then I want you to lift yourself into a back bend from this position. So hips go on the ground. Gaze goes to the ceiling, okay? In this back bend moment, I'm going to reach through my heels. I'm going to lift my gaze to the ceiling. And I got 3 counts to squeeze my seat, wrap my shoulders down my back, and pull up to the ceiling with my chest. Squeeze everything to the midline for 3. Push your heels back and lift your chest up. 2. Do 1 more of that, and then take it back. Ease off. That's your inhale. So inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, exact same thing we just did, all right? Really get a good toe grip. Go, exhale, hips down. Squeeze your seat like crazy. Look up, empty the lungs, and squeeze your arms. Squeeze your seat. Squeeze your shoulders. Lift your chest. Stretch your collarbones. It feels so good. Inhale. And by good, I mean it's because it's opposite of what we normally do. Last one, fill the lungs. Go, empty the lungs. Down stretch. Lift your chest. Press your hips down. Squeeze your buns. Reach your heels back. Hug your arms down your back. 1. Squeeze them together. 2 and 3. All right, take a child's pose for a hot second. Sit back on your heels. Then we're going to go to up stretch. It's a combination between long stretch and elephant, which is coming behind it, okay? We haven't done that one yet. So when you're ready, adjust your hands. Come back on your on your arms and knees. And then like a down dog in yoga, you're just going to lift your spine up and straighten out your legs, okay? Feet are hip width distance and parallel. This will be a real challenge. Let's see if I can go without losing my AirPod. 1 whole class. It hadn't happened yet. All right, drop your head so you're looking down. Drop your heels so they're pressing towards the ground. Lift your sits bones up to the sky. That's a hard 2-way stretch, yeah? With your chin tucked down, take it forward like you're going into a plank with a dropped head. Hold. Now, I want you to round up from the upper back, the ribs, the abs, and then tip your booty back and drop your heels down. All right, so on 1, we go forward, head dropped. On 2, we scoop as hard as we can to lift up. It's hard to talk. And then press your heels down. Ready, go. Sail forward, head heavy. Lift up from the belly and the back to round up. Drop your heels down. Last one, take it forward on 1. Ready, lift up that back and the tummy and hold. Okay, flatten your heels, flatten your hands. All right, we're going to go to elephant. You still have a dropped head. Wrap your shoulders on your back. Lift your bra line and your abs. And try to stamp your heels down as you walk in, in. Walk back, 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 back. Really hard. Try to keep your legs straight. Walk in. Walk back, stamp the heels, 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 heels. You can see mine are really struggling, or yours. Walk in, scoop the belly, lift the back into a C curve, and walk it back, walk it back, walk it back. Come down on your knees. Child's pose for a hot second. Catch your breath, okay? Okay. Kick it right back up into elephant, okay? We're going to go to arabesque. Just do 2 sets of arabesque. Ready? Back up, head heavy. Head heavy. I'm going to try not to lose my AirPods. All right, in this position, I want you to walk your feet in a little bit to where you feel your hamstrings on fire. And then you're going to push down the left heel, reach up the right leg with a pointed toe. So you're really lifting righty, but pressing lefty down for 3, for 2, for 1. Switch out. Right heel, left foot. Push the ground away with the hands and the foot as you lift the other leg, other leg, other leg. One more. Arabesque. Lift the leg, stamp the heel, lift the leg, stamp the heel, lift the leg, stamp the heel. Last one. Right heel down, left leg up. Kick it higher. Stretch it up higher. Use the glutes. Good. Leg down, bend your knees. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. You should feel a lot of arms. Congratulations, we're almost done. Knee stretches, knee stretches. Okay, so knee stretches round is when you're kneeling on the reformer. Your hand is on the foot bar. You start with your very common theme, right? Round, then arch, then hovering, okay? So get your knees under your hips, and you can see mine are kind of a little too far forward. And you'll know if your arms are here, not going to work. If your arms are here, much better, yeah? Head heavy, round your spine. In this position, just catch your breath a minute, because that was just hard with the arabesque. Scoop your belly, tuck your tail, press your heels back with your toes bending forward, and just push knees and hands away from the ground, or into the ground to get your back rounded. And then let go. Adjust your hands if you feel like you need a little more control. Drop your head. Pull your abs in. Tuck your tailbone in between your legs. Turn your knees on like you're squeezing them together, even if they're apart. And then pull your stomach up to the ceiling. Drop your head real heavy. Lift your bra line. Let it go. Last one. Knees stay on the ground, yeah? Scoop your belly. Round your spine. Push the floor away with hands and knees. Really scoop. I want to see the deepest C curve so much that you're like a knees up. Then just float your knees up 2 inches. Hold. Scoop. 2. Scoop 3. Scoop 4. We're going to 5. Scoop 5. Lower down. Good. You see how there's some yoga in Pilates? This is cat-cow, yeah? All right, so stick out your tailbone. This is your arched back, okay? Open up your chest. Your gaze is forward. You're wrapping your shoulders without doing anything, right? No floating yet. Imagine you're going to drag your heel of your hand into your knees, pressing your shoulders, squeezing as hard as you can through the lat muscles. That's the back of your armpits, and sticking your tailbone out as far as you can, almost pressing the sits bones away from each other. So wrap the shoulders in like you're dragging your hands to your knees, and press your knees open to stick out your tail. Pull your stomach tight and hold. Stretch. 2, 3. Let it go a minute. So what we're looking for here is extreme length in the spine, opening the vertebra up, okay? Go again. Glue your fingers together, because I swear to God, that's a huge helper in these supporting muscles of the arms. Drag your heel of your hand isometrically towards your knees. Do you feel your lat muscles turn on like your pull straps 1 and 2? Lift your gaze. Wrap your shoulders down, not as though you just did down stretch again. Everything to the midline for 3. Everything to the midline for 2. Open up your sits bones, press through the heels, and keep dragging your arms further, closer to the body like you're trying to move them, move them, move them. Stretch your vertebra away, 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 and then let it go. So on that one, it's common to drop your gaze. Let's do one more with the knees floating, but make sure you stay open in the chest and you don't drop your eyes down, yeah? Because where the eyes go, the spine will fall. So if you start to drop down, you go to round. If you look up, you go to arched, yeah? Okay, ready? Gaze up, hold. Heels of the hands are pulling so tight to the body. Shoulders are opening up, okay? You want to feel just like you're pulling straps on the reformer. You got your little tucked toes. Float your knees up and stick out your booty and pull your chest forward. Stretch the vertebra for 5, for 4. You got this. 3. Don't drop your gaze. 2. Pull your abs in tight for 1. Lower down. Okay, we're almost done. All we have left is knees off, okay? So the knee stretch series is going to end with this like nice dynamic. So open up your feet hip width distance. Your feet are still tucked under, okay? Toes are tucked under is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Sit back on your heels and then adjust your hands, okay? Because you're going to be going out into a plank and then back towards your seat. Okay, so whatever you got to do with your arms, get them in a good position. Drop your head, round your spine, and go. Plank with a head heavy. Booty back to heels. Plank. Booty back to heels. Plank. 4 more. Knees off. 3 more. Knees up. 2 more. Tuck your head. Tuck your tail. Last one. Hold it out there. Tuck your tail real low. Drop your head a lot. Hold. 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 Squeeze. Squeeze. Wrap your shoulders. Wrap your booty. And then come down on your knees. Tuck your toes, child's pose. Okay. We're going to skip running and pelvic lift. They're really good to do with a towel and all these different things. So we'll add that a different day. But today we're going to move on and we're going to do our front splits, okay? This is a modified front splits. It's a Bob Lakins, so it's more of a power Pilates classical background, but a really nice version of the front split. So in the front split's traditional, back leg is straight and your arms are down. But in this one, toe is tucked, left leg is bent, right leg is bent in front of you, right? So make a genie stack with your arms, active arms, press them down. So I'm always like my top arm is pressing down, my bottom arm is pressing up. And then I want you to squeeze your glute on that left side. And more than going forward, I want you to drop your hips super low and push your left heel back, pull your chest up, and just squeeze your left cheek. Okay, so knees on the ground, pull back a little on the right hip, push your right heel to the ground, lift your right toes to get a little bit more, and then back up, straighten your front leg, fold, and this is a harder one to do sometimes. This would be like when you dropped your heel under the foot bar in your front splits. You're going to keep your right leg straight, flex back your toes, take your hands to the side of your body, and just pull back. It's very reminiscent of a yoga move. Pull back on your right hip, and then genie stack your arms. We go back into your hip forward, knee bent, arms genie stacked. Lift your right toes off the floor, drop that heel heavy, squeeze your left glute so hard. Make sure you're not leaning forward with your weight. Grow really tall through the spine and squeeze the booty. You'll feel your hip. You should feel your hip flexor turning on and your glute really on fire. Good. Hold. Now, from this position, stay still. Take your right hand on the outside of your right bent knee. Left arm up. Still squeezing your left glute really hard. Press into that right knee and I want you to bend over to the right side. Left arm over to the right. Lift up tall from the spine. Switch sides. Left hand on the inside of the right knee. Right arm up to your ear for a mermaid stretch. Press hand and knee really hard together. Squeeze your left glute. Make sure you're really working those toes back on the left side. Heel back on the left side. Squeeze your booty. And then pull back into a straight right leg. Flex your foot. Drop your head. Pull your abs in. And then we'll switch sides. This is a good way to end. It's a nice stretch. Okay. My right leg is my much weaker hip. So this one, okay, make sure you're squaring off ankle under the knee. Yeah, so I could see myself. I needed to pull my foot forward more. Stretch back before you even begin. So you could literally, if you're really struggling, keep your hands on the ground and just squeeze your booty on the right side. That's the hip that you'll feel the opener on, okay? Come up, hold under the knee, then you go to your genie stack. Switch your stack. So now my right hand is on the bottom, left hand. Go to the non-dominant one on top, okay? So that's left usually for most people. Squeeze your right heel back, lift your left toes up, and I want you to just really squeeze your seat. Find that hip opener. It's torture for me on this side. Whoo! See if you can go a little lower with those hips. A little more press back through both heels. Good. Now come down with the hands on the side of the body. Shift your hips straight back. You're going to want to lean over to the right, but really put more weight on pulling back in the left hamstring and the left hip to square off. Flex your toes open. Pull back the toe. Hamstring hill. It's good for a lot of sitting. Check behind your back to make sure your heel's right under the right knee. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take one of my hands down on the ground on this side because I'm really tight in my hip. Then I'm going to genie stack. Get back up. Remember, non-dominant hand on top. Squeeze your seat. Lift your collarbones. Wrap your shoulders down. Stay tall in the spine as the hips go more forward and lower. You're not shrinking. We're still always finding space, always finding length, always pulling in and up from our grounded spot. Yeah? Okay. Right hand is going to go up to the ear, bicep to ear. Left hand on the outside of left knee. This is a hard one. You're going to get a lot of that round ligament stretching. Bend over. You don't have to go far to get this done. Switch sides. Right arm inside of the left knee. Left arm up to sky. Press your left knee into your palm of the right hand. Shoulders down, lift up, squeeze your seat. Bend to the right. Bend to the right. Bend to the right. Woo! And then we're done. You got this. Take your right foot, meet your left. Drop your head and walk up the body. Shins, thighs, tummy, chest, sky, sky. Thank you so much. That is your basic beginner reformer on the mat, which is a very advanced exercise. So y'all did awesome. Have a wonderful day. Bless you. I miss y'all. I'll see you soon. Good job.